Okay, welcome back. Today, I'm going to take you through a quick form that I use in my business. I've used this for, I don't know, a long time, but I find that if I don't keep account of myself and track certain things that I'm doing, I forget to do things. I'm quite busy with the gym and with the coaching and with having a family and all that other stuff. And sometimes I forget to post this thing or do this thing. And then it gets to the end of the week, I'm like, I haven't done that thing. And now you feel a bit annoyed at yourself that you haven't done it. So I put together this quick thing to keep me accountable each week. And I'm just going to run you through how you can use it to help you keep accountable, make sure you're doing the things you said you do, and bring in customers consistently into your business. Okay, so welcome to the 6-week business growth and accountability sheet. I thought I'd give it some wanky title, but it's basically keeping you accountable and keeping track of what you're doing. Now, I'm going to run through each thing as we go. I've got 10 minutes to do before I've got another call, so I'm going to keep this quite snappy, set a challenge for myself. Okay, first thing when you come to this, put the date in here. This will self-populate. There's 6 weeks. I find 6 weeks is an easier way for me to keep track of what I'm doing, to look at it at a glance and see if things are improving, but not be overwhelmed by all the information there. So 6 weeks for me is the perfect amount of time and space. So notes for the week, stuff I put in here is, have I got a launch this week? Am I pushing my lead magnet this week? Am I be talking about a webinar or stuff like that? Just keeps you accountable to what your focus of the week is going to be here. Generally, I only have one real focus of things that I'm pushing, but also it can be a reminder of things that you need to talk about that week. Okay, so business growth. What we're talking about here is the new leads that you've got, the new conversations that you're starting, the calls that you have booked, the calls you booked that week, and the new clients that you brought in. So new leads for me is someone who's joined my email list, but also on Instagram could be someone who say put their hand up and said, yes, I'd like your free thing, please. So, and obviously we go into the DMs and say, hey, thanks for commenting. Here's the thing. So that then becomes for me a new lead. And what you can do is on Instagram, go into the messages and you can change the tags. There's labels you can assign to certain people. So you can change it to lead. That's a new one that's come in just recently. And then when you are going through at the end of the week and saying, right, I need to follow up with any people who've said, hey, this week, you can just filter for leads and they'll all pop up. So quick tip there. So that's new leads. New conversations. That's when you said, hey, here's the thing. Oh, great, thanks. And then you followed up with, hey, what are you trying to achieve? Why did you need this lead magnet? If you're selling a lead magnet for fat loss or for eating healthier, what made you want to get this thing? What are you trying to do? So you started a conversation there, and the conversation is important because obviously we know it leads into, hey, let's have a quick 15-minute call. Let's see if we are a good fit for coaching. Calls booked. This would be for me any fit filter calls or triage calls that you booked that week. Now it's up to you how you measure it. I measure it normally by the calls I've booked. So it could be next week that the call's been booked, but it's been booked in this week. Or you can book it for calls I have got booked this week. It's up to you how you do that, but make sure you stick to the same one so you don't double up there. Oh, just worth mentioning here, new leads. If that lead then becomes someone on your Instagram, you probably want to, so you don't get like a double entry, you just want to make sure that they have got the thing there. Because some people will say contact you for coaching without actually wanting your lead magnet. And new clients, obviously that's new people who signed up that week. Okay, audience growth. I like to keep a track of how my audience is going. Now, audience going down is not necessarily a bad thing. If it's people who aren't your ideal customer and they've unfollowed you, that's absolutely fine because we measure the audience growth. We can measure things like engagement and that sort of thing, so we can see how that's going. Email subscribers for me is an important one. I try and grow that. 132 at the moment, not a lot, but I got a 50 to 60% open rate. So every time I send out an email, at least, let's say 80 people are reading that. Now, if I had 80 clients, whoopie-doo, that'd be awesome. So it's not the size of the email list, it's the average open rate. IG subscribers, obviously. YouTube subscribers, yeah, still growing my YouTube channel. Again, you can have TikTok and all these other places if you want to. Track those because while I am on TikTok and I repost there and I repost to LinkedIn and stuff like that, I'm not looking for really clients there. It's just to make sure that I'm everywhere. I mainly focus my business on YouTube and Instagram. And Facebook, of course, but I don't really measure Facebook friends because it's Facebook friends. Okay, so now we're into the nurture. I try and send an email every single week. Now, you can send 2, 3 emails if you want per week. That's absolutely fine. But I make sure I have sent 1 a week. That's my target to do every single week. Sometimes I send 2, sometimes I send 3, sometimes I just send 1. But if I tick that I've done 1, I've achieved that goal. Make sure the goals that you set yourself are achievable. Don't say you're going to send 3 emails if that's something you really struggle to do in terms of sending 1 email. Get the 1 sent, and if you're confident, then you can go up to 2 if you want to. I wouldn't normally send more than 3 emails a week. It can potentially turn your clients off, but it depends on who your clients are. Then content, you'll notice that I don't have like post a reel a day here, because that's something I can't do with my coaching, my gym, my family life, all that sort of stuff. I won't be able to post a quality reel every single day. So I stick to posting 3 reels a week. I have 1 carousel a week, which is the swipe post, and I try and post 2 images. So the images are just obviously a picture of me doing something, and then there will be like obviously copy and text underneath that. I put copy into all of these, so I write out 6 pieces of copy per week. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long. The idea being is that we're giving our audience a lot of stuff, a lot of different ways to digest our content. You could put out a reel on week 1, which is about, let's say, fat loss. And then the image on week 2 could be the same copy, but in an image. So it's worth noting that you don't have to create all these different bits of content. You can repurpose this over the course of a couple of weeks. And if you want to, you can put obviously notes in there saying that, but it doesn't matter. I'm just tracking that I've done it so that I can say to myself, I have done that thing. I've set myself a target of reaching my audience this week. And then I have spares here, and spares are for, say if I'm running a launch that week, I might want to put launch content there, that sort of thing. But there's spares there. If you want to post more content, obviously you can do that. You can edit all these if you want to. So if your target is just 1 reel a week and you want to do more images or more carousels, obviously just edit that. It's fine. It's flexible. It's what you want to do with it. And then I monitor my calls to action. So no point putting out all this content if we're not asking people to work with us or get our thing or to engage with us on another level. And, you'll know it. You've done it. I've done it. Well, I put out loads of really good content, and then I have not talked to ask my clients to work with me this week. I've not asked my ideal client to get my lead magnet. So although I'm putting out all this content and building up all this trust in me, I'm not asking them to take an action. And that's really bad. We want to be doing that. So 3 options. I have lead magnet, coaching, and conversation opener. Lead magnet obviously is your lead magnet. Coaching is if you're talking about a certain problem and you say, have you got this problem? Would you like to talk about coaching? Drop me a DM. And then conversation opener is something that's not a lead magnet. It's not something that goes into your email list. And it's not something which is directly talking about your coaching or working with you. It's more of a conversational opener. So for me, for example, it would be when I say post a video about me using Descript, which is the thing I use to edit videos, including this one. And I say, have you been using this for 2 years? It's really good. It helps you do subtitles, this, that, the other. If you would like to get a free 30-day trial, just comment whatever, edit below, and I'll send you the 30-day trial. That's not a lead magnet because it's not directly into your email list. It's not a coaching thing, obviously, but it's opening a conversation so that when someone does that, I can say, what's your biggest issue with content? Why did you need Descript? Will it be helpful for you? And it starts on that route to opening more conversations. So it's a conversation opener. Depending on what you do and who you coach, you can post certain things. For example, when I did a diet in January, I think I had 4 weeks to get ready for it was a professional photo shoot, but it was more about sort of living healthily. So it didn't need to be like Shredsville. And I did a 4-week diet and I logged that process, but I made sure I was eating like proper meals. So not chicken and rice all the way through the diet. And I said to people, look, if you want my diet, just comment below and I'll send it over to you. It was just a PDF. There's a few snapshots and some guides. And that led me into a conversation with them about their physique goals, that sort of thing. So it wasn't a direct lead magnet, although you can say during the discussion, hey, do you know what? I really think you benefit from this thing. Do you want to get it? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Okay. And then we have the feedback and evaluation. What's been good about the week? What good things have you signed up 5 clients? Wicked. You've signed up 5 clients. I managed to get all my content out. Great. That's a win as well. Make sure you're talking about the stuff that's good that's happened. There's going to be something good that's happened this week. What do you need to work on? What things didn't go so well? What stopped you in your tracks? Did you procrastinate? That sort of thing. What do you need to work on for next week? What do you need help with? So if you identified that you might need a copywriter, for example, then you can do that there. And then anything else, obviously anything else you want to say about that week. Okay, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. This should take you no more than 5 minutes per week to fill out. It's a self-reflection exercise, an accountability exercise. It's not meant to be deep diving data. I'm a fan of doing that, but not really on my own time. I want to do 5 minutes of make sure I've got the stuff done, and then I am out doing the stuff. So it should take you 5 minutes. This has taken me 10 minutes to film this. And with that, I'm going to go to my meeting. Thanks for watching. Go and do this and get the stuff done that you said you'd do.